You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23 After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23 After Show.
I'm not perfect and I'm no snitch.
Oh, guys, hold on.
We're live.
We got this. Hey, everyone, Bing is for doing. We are here doing another AfterBuzz TV after show for Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23. If you're watching us tonight, you'll notice that we are in Studio A. Woo!
Upgrade.
Upgrade. No, Beyonce, no.
I got it.
Hey, I am Tiona Hobson, and I'm joined tonight with all my lovely co-hosts. I'll let you guys introduce
I'm the
yourselves.
lovely Jason Ikeler.
I'm Anika Michelle.
I'm Steve.
Don't be weird, Steve.
What?
Don't be weird.
I wasn't.
Yeah, don't be weird. It's okay. Initial thoughts on tonight's episode, everyone.
This is one of my favorite of the season.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
good.
I'd say every episode's my favorite, but I thought this one was funnier than last week. So.
Oh, it definitely was, yeah.
There was a lot going on, like different aspects. It was a lot. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was really
busy.
fast paced.
Yeah.
It was really fast paced. I liked how it was like bang, 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 like get to it.
Plot twist.
Plot twist, yes.
Yeah.
There was a plot
of
twist
those.
tonight.
We had a lot of people in it, too.
My mom's calling me right now.
Shut that off.
Yeah, hang that up
Sorry, Mom.
pronto.
Sorry, Mom. Not answering.
No, I mean, it's cool because, like, usually you have the storylines or the characters are so split apart, and this one kind of put everyone's in it, and then they just interact instead of being split apart. Even the coffee shop guy. What are you doing here, coffee shop guy?
Mark, you're back. And Robin was back too, and we haven't seen her as much this season as we have last.
Because I feel like tonight's one of those episodes that was shot like some of the leftover from last season that they're. I don't know that for sure. I'm just kind of saying that that's how I felt.
I think it kind of was because they did the Dancing with the Stars flashbacks, but I guess they could have used that too.
Hey, but if there's anything we know about leftover food, Don't Trust the Bee is like Chinese food. It's great leftover.
Words to live by.
This is the analogy night here at AfterBuzz.
Wow. And on that note, let's dive right into this episode because
Let's dive right into the Kung Pao of this episode.
The Kung Pao of the episode. Wow. We're just going to keep going with it.
So it starts with Chloe waking June up, and she's like, there's an emergency. And June hops out of bed and grabs her emergency kit from under, and what does she do? She like wraps herself in tin foil.
It was like one of those emergency blankets that keeps you dry and warm. I forget what they're called because I'm
like
not a
for
camper.
earthquakes and stuff, yeah. Or,
I'm a camper and I've never seen one of those. Well,
You're not a camper.
No, my family's a camper. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I just thought it was so typical June that, she's so prepared. She's like packing a bag. She grabs the picture of her mom and dad off her dress and like, Mom, Dad, like throws them in the bag, and then she's rushed out and still not realizing as Chloe's standing next to the car door that's wide open and Robin's sitting in the front seat of like this limo that they're jumping into that, clearly there's no real emergency.
And
But I flushed my diary.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. She even flushed her diary down the toilet.
That's intense.
That is
She
pretty
doesn't want
intense.
anyone to find it.
Which is appropriate since the world is ending on
Friday.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
So June's prepared. I don't know about the rest of us.
Probably not so much.
I know. I've got nothing.
We don't even know what the blank's called that she got herself wrapped up in.
It's like a thermal
We're not even ready.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Clearly, we're not doomsday preppers. That's a TV show, in case you guys didn't get my little
didn't.
reference there. Okay, I thought it was clever. My bell's jingling again.
Wow, where did those bells come
If
from?
you're listening, Tiona has bells around her neck. just in time for the holidays. So if you hear those jingle, that just means she's getting inappropriately close to the microphone.
Inappropriately close is right.
Oh gosh.
But so kind of it sets up the episode for two of our main storylines. We have June is waiting for a call from what is it?
Bender and
Carden or something.
Yeah, something.
Just waiting for
important.
some law firm to call her back about an interview, and then Chloe is ready for a Bender. And I'm surprised it was called The Leak, but this was totally just like called the Bender episode.
Yeah.
And then James is also in a funk because he had his whole Dancing with the Stars mishap last week. So they're all kind of in need of a vacation. And so they go to the Hamptons.
The first thing Luther says is, "Don't let him know you know." He's like, when he comes down, you got to compliment him, but not too much. Don't look. You got to look at him, but don't look at him in the eye.
Oh, that's one of my favorite lines too. When Luther's like, James is wearing that hat, and he's like, "That hat is from Mr. Jason Mraz. They don't know. You're still winning."
Oh, Luther,
They're
I
just
love him.
jealous.
Yeah, and then I love how June starts getting phone calls from unknown numbers
Random
to her, and every time she gets, oh my God, scrotum!
Chloe just yells scrotum. I love that.
Inappropriate things whenever like someone important's calling.
And then she explains the joke. It's like,
Yeah.
scrotum. I said it because it's an important call.
You know, you all have friends like that who do that.
Oh, I do that.
Me, I'm very appropriate all the time.
No.
One of my favorite things too, and I think this was Steven's as well. They showed the flashback of when they go to the Willoughby party last year, and Chloe takes off her shirt, and then James takes off his shirt, and they walk in the party, and it gets crazy.
And their crazy
So I
friend
think-
Katerina
yeah.
took off her shirt too.
I think I probably like that for a different reason than you like that, but okay.
What are you talking about?
There's liking going on. I mean, have you guys ever been to a naked party? Because those are real things.
Tiona would know.
Tiona, why don't you
Why
explain?
don't you tell us about this,
I've
Tiona?
never been to one, but Yale University has naked parties all the time.
I feel like if you're at a naked party, we'd hear that bell ringing a lot more.
I feel like that's just what we call college for some of us.
Oh,
Moving on.
What's that? I don't know what that is.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
So-
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to
Jason.
say, so anyways, they hire Robin to drive them in this big SUV limo type
Deputy.
thing.
It was like a stretch SUV limo, maybe like an excursion limo, we'll
Okay,
say.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
And so they're driving to the Hamptons, and on the whole way to the Hamptons, June is making them stop and do all these stupid touristy things, and Chloe just wants to get drunk the whole way there.
I thought when you said you were going to milk the goat, you just had to pee. Why do you have goat milk?
It was wrapped so pretty.
So good.
The milk was.
And when they go to the little like corner store, the old man who was like working the store, like such a typical like, you know what I mean? Like it's when
West
you go.
Nile.
What? Yeah.
West Nile.
Do you wanna
Do you
die
wanna die?
tonight? I don't need mosquito nuts. God.
So they finally get to their crazy Katerina's house, and this was probably my favorite moment. Chloe's knocking on the door. Bitch, come out, bitch, come out, bitch, come out. And then she comes out with two crying babies in her arms and goes, here, take this one. This one's ass exploded.
And she like starts shaking the baby.
Baby's crying. Chloe's just shaking the baby and like, I don't know what to do. And
Which
I was,
I was
like,
going to say, I'm pretty sure that's what Tiona would do in that given situation if somebody hands you a screaming baby.
Don't hand me a baby, guys. I'm just not ready yet.
No. And that
Now or
moment-
ever.
Yeah, you told me that last year. What was the guy's name? The party thrower.
Willoughby.
You told me last time at Willoughby's party you came home with a new set of twins. I thought you were talking about a new pair of tits, not two kids.
So her souvenirs from the party last year.
Yeah.
Right, and at that moment when she opens the door, James is like holding the alcohol, and he just has like this look on his face, like I'm here with alcohol, and this woman's like throwing twins out the door.
And then it like cuts to Luther on the porch, and Luther and Robin are out there, and Luther's going back and forth in his rocking chair, and he's like, I've got two rocking chairs at home. One in the living room or something, and then he's
Yeah.
like, and one in the bathroom. And it gets more use than you'd think.
What is he doing in the
Heyo.
bathroom with the rocking chair, guys?
Let's all go around and say what we think. Inappropriate.
No, seriously, honestly, what I think he meant by that was he had to be in the bathroom while James is in the bathroom, and he just sits in his
Oh.
rocking chair.
Oh,
That's
probably
clever.
reading James a story while he's doing a number two.
What?
No,
Moving on.
because James doesn't do anything.
Movie
for
stars
himself.
don't number two. All right,
Oh,
didn't you
sorry.
know?
No, I thought it was just Skittles
Actors
when
don't
they
have
did.
assholes.
But they all are. Oh no, just
Oh, learning something new. So then June goes bird watching, and when she's at is it a bird watching store? I don't know what
it's
they're
the
called.
mom and pop shop.
The
That's
mom
what
and pop
Mark
shop.
ended up
Well,
calling it.
yeah, that's where she ends up seeing Mark, and Mark is there with Jennifer. And we've never seen Jennifer, but we hate her, right?
Yeah, we don't like her, and especially since she was outside, like honking the horn at him.
And yelling and screaming, get in the car.
That's just rude, girl. He's in there having a conversation with the real love of his life.
Right.
Like, let him be. Aw,
That's
yeah.
sad. Wah, wah. And so,
And while she's at the store is when this mysterious Mr. Willoughby gets introduced, and he's kind of a special type of guy.
He's like he was a hipster, and he was complimenting her on her hipsterness because she was just wearing pajamas and stuff, and he was just like, "You're so cool. Like, oh, I wish I could rock just pajamas and stuff like that. Oh, you're so above me. You're a hipster among hipsters.
and he's like creepy hot, don't you think? No?
Like in his own way, like in his
that
own.
just
I see
me?
what you're saying. Like in his
Yeah.
own way, he's
Like
good
he's like
looking in
weird,
his own
but
way. Yeah.
works.
Here's an invitation, a riddle invitation to my party."
Yeah.
I don't want to have to work to get to the party.
Well, and this Willoughby is the party that Chloe's trying to get to the
Yeah.
whole time, and so, of course, June finds what Chloe's been looking for, and that sounded a lot deeper than it actually was. But
So she gives her the riddle invite,
yeah,
and what was it? It said
It was something that I didn't understand, so I'm
it
glad
was
Chloe got it.
something about no, but she took something that was totally inane and like made a sense. It was like the Valentine's Day Massacre and something.
Oh yeah,
It's like
the actor who I think looks like plastic.
Claymation.
Or claymation.
Nathan Lane, right?
Nathan Lane. Up, it's on 214 Grandfather Avenue. Like what the fuck?
Where did that come from?
You've never
She's
found the
got it.
party.
Yeah, I would have been lost. I would not have put that one together, but
Yeah.
So then that's
Chloe.
when James goes out because they're disappointed because what's the crazy friend's name?
Katerina.
Katerina isn't fun anymore because she's got 2 kids, which happens a lot. I'd
And
like
her-
to say.
Yeah.
I have a, I
Do you
won't
know,
talk about
or-
it. I have a friend that's not fun anymore because she has kids. Sorry if you're watching. But
Damn.
anyways, he goes out on his own bender, wherever the bender takes him. So he's like, I need to go out on this bender all alone, and I just need to be left alone. So he goes away, and Luther and Robin are following him in the car, and he's got the spear in his hands. And then, like, when he's done, Luther runs out.
He finishes the beer and the camera pans over and the car is following him. And Luther runs out and puts the beer in his hand.
So funny.
mind you, the car's still moving this whole time. I love
Yeah.
that he got out of
Yeah.
the moving
Right.
vehicle to give
To go
James
help him out.
a beer and then say, I just worry about your arches in those shoes. And then like runs back to the moving car and gets back
Well,
in.
it's because James is suffering from DWTS PTSD.
Yep.
You know, and when they were in the car, she turns the blinker on. He's trying to look out the windshield, and he sees the blinker, and it reminds him of the disco ball, and he's back on that floor, writhing around. It's
So
like,
sad.
oh God.
And then my other favorite line of the show, I wrote it. It's like a paragraph, but Luther goes, Robin's driving it when they're following after James.
James
and
runs
she-
into the bushes.
Oh, I know this.
You're an Asian American driving poorly, and I'm an African American sitting in the back of a bus, both chasing a distant white man. This is not what my mother marched on Washington for.
And then he finishes it up by going, when he realizes James isn't there anymore, he goes, oh, sweet freedom, where is James?
And James jumps through the bush, and that's when we find Mark again. But this time Mark is heartbroken because Jennifer dumped his ass.
Oh.
Wah, wah.
She knew about June.
There we go.
And he's drinking away his sorrows, as most people do. The one thing I
most
love
people
about
do.
the one thing I love about this episode is how much drinking there was. And when I was reading all the synopsis for the episode, the word debauchery just kept getting thrown in there.
It's
and
a
I
great
love
word.
that word. Yes,
Amazing
that word
word.
just explains a whole night for you. If you just go like, oh, the debauchery, you just know what someone's talking about. So
You know it's a good night.
when debauchery gets
Yeah.
thrown in there.
Exactly.
It's funny that they're treating their bender as like destiny. Like they had a bender destiny. Like if that's the way if you have to go on your bender alone and that's where it's taking you, go. And then he ends up it's like with Mark and it's like, you're sad and I'm going through, what is it? Performance withdrawal.
Yeah.
Withdrawal.
I think we're meant to be bender buddies.
I think we should do that just for research for this show. We'll go on a bender and just see where it takes us. And
Well,
we'll
going
get
on a-
back to you.
Going on a bender in Hollywood usually takes me to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles.
Oh my gosh. I've never been.
I haven't
Sad
either.
note.
You like realize where
White
you are
people.
and that
Sorry.
you're not sober halfway through your amazing meal.
Waffles.
I used to go every Sunday. Is that stereotypical? Probably, but I'm okay with it.
Was it delicious? Yeah.
And what?
We go to In-N-Out.
Right.
Yo, you want chicken? Great. You want waffles? Great. Put some gravy on that shit.
Oh,
That's Hollywood, folks.
That is Hollywood. So before we get into this whole Willoughby party scenario that's about to happen.
Don't even bring up iTunes right now.
Oh, don't? Do you not want me to?
she's just
No,
really good at
I
transitioning into
thought I
iTunes.
was doing a good transition this week.
I
Speaking of benders.
can always call your transitions.
I know, but I thought this one was actually a lot better than some of my other ones.
You know, let's make this guy do iTunes. He hasn't done it
Yeah.
before.
Oh,
Do
okay.
it.
Well, listen up. Speaking of benders, go to iTunes and search AfterBuzz TV Network, and then click "Don't Trust the Bee." And I'm gonna get closer to them. I don't know what you're trying. Your arms are moving.
I'm
freaking me out.
rating your iTunes.
Oh, I thought I was okay. Go to the AfterBuzz TV Network, click "Don't Trust the Bee." It's the little red box with the number 23 on it, and then rate and comment and tell all your friends. And it only takes a minute, and this is free. So go on there, and then also leave us some comments on YouTube. We'd like those too.
We have
Only
15 comments on iTunes.
15. We don't even have 15 comments. We have 15 ratings.
Yeah, give us like
27.
double that by next week.
Come on, it's Christmas. It's the holidays.
If you double that by next week, what are we gonna do?
Well,
Whatever you want.
what?
Whoa,
In
whoa.
an
That's intense.
appropriate way.
You said that in an inappropriate way.
Hey,
You
YOLO.
meant it. in an
Jason will do
inappropriate-
whatever you want.
So if we get more comments, I think that
Anika will take off her hat.
Yes.
her hat
I'll take off my Santa hat.
and Stephen, and we'll have a dance party.
We'll have a dance party. Hopefully with James Vanderbeek.
Yeah.
Then
I don't know if we can promise
if
that.
he comes in, would you say we were dancing with the stars?
I would. We would be.
But
He's like the General Tso's chicken of this show.
the what?
We're back to
This
It's
all,
an analogous episode, all
all
right?
of your inside jokes are way over my head.
things
okay.
are just random. Let's get back into this episode because I don't know what's happening anymore. I've lost control of this room. And so Chloe and June finally get to Willoughby's party. And June, of course, shows up with a nice pie as her
Of course.
as her
Gift for the hostess
her
gift.
host gift, which good that someone has manners still because I show up to parties all the time empty-handed. Like your present is my presence at your
Oh.
party. No, too diva.
Do you bring your bells with you? Because that's present enough for me.
Thanks.
Not touching that.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
I'll
not
touch it. So then she finds, no, not like that, dear God. So then, word vomit.
Stop it, Jason.
I'm not even trying.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, somebody else talk, please.
And June is wearing one of Katarina's dresses.
And it's the one that covers the crotch. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's what she wanted.
She wanted something that covers the crotch, so she got that. And she finds a little cell phone pocket, is what June calls it. And Chloe goes, "Oh, that's her pill pocket. Maybe she should have had some birth control pills in there." That way she wouldn't end up pregnant. Which, I mean, that's what friends are for,
Yeah,
right?
and the
To
whole
tell you.
episode would have changed, because then they would have had the crazy friend there. Nobody would have been sad.
She would never have had those little dumplings.
We can only wish.
Although one of my favorite lines has to do with them when they were crying and James is like,
Oh gosh, I forgot about that.
he said, what did he say? He goes,
Why don't we just call cut and have someone come
Oh, yeah.
take the babies
That was
off?
like one of
yeah,
the greatest things
it was
ever.
amazing. He's like, cut, and he just looks around like no one's coming to get the kid.
The babies are still there. What's going on?
Can't we just yell cut and have them take the kids out of here? I laughed way too hard at that. I can't
such
believe
a
I forgot
celebrity
that.
thing is so amazing.
He does it so well too. He just does it
So well.
So well. So Chloe goes off because she realizes she doesn't have any cell phone service in Willoughby's house, so she's looking for service. Ends up going upstairs, finding Willoughby hiding out upstairs in like a dark corner on a bench, and they have.
He's like such a hipster, like Steve
Yeah.
was saying too. Like the party's too mainstream, so he's up there watching the robots.
I don't like parties, but do you know how many people over the 5 years I've thrown parties have brought me pie? 5,289. I counted it on this antique clicker. I'm like, oh my God.
What's going on?
Yeah, and so
Slap.
that for some reason that inspires him to reveal himself to the party.
Yeah.
As being Willoughby. He's like, you've inspired me.
Because it's like
June.
the big mystery of the Hamptons
Yeah,
to find out
who's-
who Willoughby is.
So
Yeah.
she can sleep with him.
Yeah, so
Oh yeah,
of
that's her
course-
Chloe
goal
wants
to
to
go in.
sleep with
Chloe's-
Willoughby.
Yeah, so he gets up to the top of the stairs and announces himself as Willoughby, and Chloe screams out, Bernard, no, you're not Willoughby. She goes, that's my husband.
Okay, one more hipster fact here. He goes to the top of the stairs, pulls out a mini xylophone. And
Announce it.
So good.
Make the
well, and then June's like, "You're not married to him. That's Willoughby." And she's like, they show this flashback of when they met and they got married at a party in New York. And Chloe and Willoughby are dancing, and Willoughby is like, they're
There's a
doing
preacher
marriages
upstairs.
upstairs.
Yeah.
They're getting married,
Wedding
and Chloe's like,
party.
"Oh, I thought you were gay. Okay, let's get married."
Not even thinking, and then she thought he died because she heard a skinny guy gets hit by a dump truck or something, and she thought it was him. And she's like, "I thought you were dead."
I'm a widow
like,
now.
"Great."
And it turns out the wedding wasn't even a
Legit.
real legit wedding. Which,
It was a guy with a cross tattooed on his chest,
Just doing it.
named MC Stinky or
Right.
something like that.
Crazy name.
Stink lore.
Stink Lord,
Yes,
yeah.
Stinklore.
It's beautiful.
I want to get married at a
Are
party
you
like
gonna have
that.
Stinklore marry you?
Yeah, maybe I will.
So then after we see this, it cuts back to Mark and James, and they're playing basketball.
Yeah.
And there's like 20 bottles of beer lined up around the court, and James is like putting it through his legs and just jumping and hitting the rim with the ball, airballing it everywhere. And this is when they're talking about you have performance withdrawal. You need to do that
dance.
performance.
And then he decides to go and do it at Willoughby's
Dance party.
dance
Yeah.
party.
Well, and you hear the
then-
same music that I think it's Joss Stone's song that he performed to on Dancing with the Stars.
It's the same music, and then
And
it's
the
the
same
same
dance.
routine.
Yep.
But then he has Mark be the girl, which is even funnier because he's like dipping Mark down, lifting him up, and it looks hilarious.
Very touching.
And I love,
Did Chloe see it?
Right.
let's see it.
The number one question.
And then she was gone, doing
She-
the same kind of like wherever the bender took her. She was on the road again, just like James, and Robin's following behind her again.
Yeah,
It's really
I
sad.
liked during the dance how serious James was with it, because
Yeah.
even though he was still drunk, he was still performing like perfectly, and then Mark's over here all sloppy, kind of like missing his points and
Drunk.
just drunk, like flopping around, and then here's James just like with the perfect points, with his hands in a straight line and everything. So
Well, I feel like Mark kind of represents the everyday character. Like that's like us if we were to ever drink at a party and dance.
Ever.
who does
We
that?
would, not me, but like,
I'm better drunk dancing.
well, we probably think we are, but we probably really look
I
like
find
Mark
the beat
while
of the
we're doing
music
it.
when I'm drunk.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a black girl with no rhythm, so I have to have a couple drinks to find it.
Then you got it.
Then I got it. Steven's ashamed of me right now.
No, all I'm thinking of is the other stuff you find when you're drunk.
Wow.
Oh, I totally just called you out on that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did. Thanks, I think.
Sorry, Tiana's mom.
If you call again, we'll know why.
Right. She's like,
she calls
Calls
him tonight.
nonstop.
Tiana.
But yeah, then they.
Yeah, moving on. So Chloe is now walking the lonely road of the Hamptons.
And she falls into that same bush that James fell through to get to the pool, but this
And-
time we find out she's banging Lenny Kravitz in the bush
Which props to you, Chloe. He's hot.
for the 5th year in a row. That's
Yeah.
that's talent.
I feel that's clever writing because it's like, oh, who can we never get on this show, but we can totally make it seem like they were there.
Right.
It's like she could have very well been like, oh, I was just in the bush having sex with Donald Trump. And then
Right.
like later in episodes, oh, I was just in that room having sex with so-and-so.
yeah.
Well, it's like she calls into the bush and like literally 30 seconds later is like, where are you? I'm having sex. Give me 15 minutes.
Well, and I feel like Lenny Kravitz is an attainable celebrity for her
To do that with for 5
with.
Yeah.
years.
Because he's a rock star.
Yeah.
He would
Right, he
bang
would.
someone in the bushes
Hamptons.
and
In the-
just send a text like, probably just, hey, and then they know where to meet. That's swag right
Hey,
there.
that same bush.
You know our bush. I mean, Lenny Kravitz is hot. I'm just saying. Good
And
job.
half Jewish.
Yeah.
Oh, ding, ding, ding.
Winner, winner.
Hey.
So then after Chloe has had her moment with Lenny, then June gets the ding ding on her phone that's a voicemail, and she got the job interview finally, but it's for the first thing
In the morning.
in the morning. So June tells Robin to drive her back to the city and, tells her, this is where your bender's taking you. You have to go with the bender. This is where your path is going. Because, it's not like Chloe to let someone out of something while you're in the middle of it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I love her line where she tells June, this job interview is your, Lenny Kravitz. Go bank it.
So good.
But before she leaves, she has a nice little commentary with Mark.
Oh, yeah.
Because James tells Mark, he's like, Jay, I'm going to write my script and I'm going to film something and star in it. And you got to tell June
You love
everything. And then they wake up in the morning, and of course, James just looks like he never did anything. It's like, how do you look so good? It's like, I'm a celebrity. Yeah. I've already written my script. It's like,
Done, printed.
yeah. Did I tell Jude anything? It's like, you told her a lot of things. I can eat 5 cheese sticks.
Toes?
Running marathons is fun. Yeah.
Their descriptions of things are so accurate is why I love the show so much. That really happens to people and or me. Are we talking about me?
No, it just reminded me of it. It's like, I want to kiss her on her tongue doors.
Her lips.
Well,
that's the word.
And we've been kind of waiting to see those two together the whole season. So even though I don't think June
been
really
waiting
got
For a while.
the whole show.
Yeah, we've been waiting for Mark to confess that he has feelings for her.
And I still think he hasn't yet.
I don't know
think
if that he talked about cheese.
Yeah, that doesn't count. He confessed it to everyone else. He said, "I just love June," but
Yeah, it's out.
June,
It's out in the universe, so
Yeah.
now it's gonna happen.
He's done with Jennifer now. So,
Dunzo.
but we don't want him to be on the rebound with June.
No.
June's the girl you marry, not the girl you rebound with.
Exactly. The girl
He
you
can
take
rebound
home.
with
Yeah.
Chloe.
You guys are getting a little too deep.
Sorry.
Here, all right?
Steven.
Sorry,
June has feelings.
We're going beef and broccoli. We need to stick back to a Mongolian chicken, all right?
What's up with those food analogies today?
So June got the
And
job.
why are they all Asian food?
Right.
This is the Chinese food analogy episode, all right?
I haven't gotten any of your analogies, but I respect them.
Because you're a vegetarian and he's talking about beef dishes over here.
I'm not gonna even say anything.
I didn't even mean it like that.
And
Hey,
anyways,
Jason said he would touch it, all right?
Oh my God.
anyways, June got a job and she brought everybody scones, and then my favorite part is Chloe hands her a drink. She's like, of course Chloe's drinking first thing in the morning. She's like, it's Kahlua and Katarina's breast milk. And June spits it back into the cup. And she's like, ew. And then at the same time, Chloe took a bite of the scone and is like, ew.
It's like, I got the job. Yay! I got the car wash.
And it's dead silence. Crickets.
Go me. Yay. Yay, Robin.
Woohoo.
One day Robin will get her respect that she kind of deserves.
Probably not.
Oh, and I loved in the episode when Chloe was walking down the street and June wanted to go stop her. Robin says to June that
You're obsessed.
with
Yeah.
Chloe.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, pot, kettle.
Also,
Totally deputied.
one of my favorite moments from the show that we missed is when, in the very beginning, when June is telling Chloe that she got a job interview, Chloe goes, "Oh, did you let him touch your boob?"
They mentioned that a few times through the episode, didn't
that's
they?
gonna get you the job.
All right, so
Maybe
has
it's gotten Chloe a job.
Yeah.
has that ever gotten any of you a job?
No.
No.
I would let it.
I mean, that's how I got.
How do you
got
differ
hired
for
here?
a guy and a girl? I think,
There's other things.
but
I'm just kidding.
Things that we're getting
But I know.
into here.
Look, just don't let them put the duck sauce on the spring roll.
Oh my God.
your analogies tonight, Stephen.
I got that one.
out of the water.
Well, let's get it. Do we have a special? Do we have a fortune cookie of this show? Our special
Oh.
segment,
Jason wants to talk about
Wait.
boob touching.
boob
I thought we
touching in the
just said.
workplace.
No, like
No,
like,
this is going to be
is
like
it-
our special
yeah,
segment
it's a
right
special
now.
segment.
Is it okay? Is that what we're discussing?
Yeah, we're discussing.
Is it okay and would you let it happen to you to get a job?
Yes.
Yes to both of those? Or
I mean, if it's wanted by both parties,
What if
Or
they
if
made
one of
you
the-
touch the boobs?
Oh,
would I get a job?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I have really strong morals, so no, I would never do anything like
So
that.
this is like during the job interview, you're okay with this? I mean, once you're
guess
in the workworkplace working, I feel like a relationship.
If it's like a dream job, sometimes you have to make sacrifices for the things that you love.
I don't know. I kind of feel like if you start on that level, then
God knows what's gonna happen in the
then
end.
who knows what they might expect out of you to get further
Anika.
up in the life.
Where do you stand on the boob touching?
I would not touch or let them touch to get a job.
Aw.
We can't see your hands. Are your fingers crossed?
No.
Yes, they are. I'm Anika, and I have morals.
I wouldn't. How about you, Stephen? Would you? See, I feel like it's different for a guy and a girl. Like a girl, like it's guys go walk around shirtless and it's not like a thing. You know what I mean?
That bugs me.
And girls, obviously, like it's a whole different story if they
Doesn't
walk
bug
around
me.
shirtless.
It doesn't have to be a different story.
they get a
they make it
ticket.
a different story.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your fault.
It's not my fault.
Just
Blame me for everything.
It's all your fault, Anika.
But
I'm gonna plead the fifth. I don't even know why you answered. Tiana, what about you?
Well, thanks for making me spill my heart.
My question is, if it's a guy, is he gay?
If what?
If the guy I'm interviewing with is he gay, and that's why he wants to touch my boobs?
Does that happen a lot?
I don't know.
So then
yeah. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't let it happen in an interview. Definitely not. But people do ask me if my boobs are real or fake. And
Okay,
so
you're straight up in a
kinda
job interview. You're in a job interview, and
Okay.
they're asking you about your experience, and they're like, one guy says, "So, may I touch your breasts?" And you say no, but if he's like, "Oh my God, can I touch your boobs?" You're gonna say yes.
Tiana has a gay
Possibly.
army, I would like to point
Oh
out.
my God.
possibly.
She's queen of the gays.
Okay, I think we're a little bit off topic.
Yeah. Let's move.
Anything else about the show? Do we have any chow mein we missed?
Oh my God. I don't think so. I think
Fortune
we
cookies.
ate all of it.
All right, cool.
All right, let's move into some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Jason?
Kristen Ritter celebrated her 31st birthday over the weekend, and she had a trip to Vegas. I don't think she got married like Chloe did on the trip, but she took a party bus, and then she went to Disney World, and she was tweeting all these
Disneyland.
pictures. Sorry, whatever.
There's a difference.
Whatever.
one's in Florida, one's in California.
I've never been to the one in California. Anyways, she was riding all the rides, but she, like, Diva got all the rides shut down, and she's just pictures of her on them alone, and I respect that.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like, what's the...
The Hollywood Tower of Terror, like the whole cart is empty except for her and the 3 people she went with. It's
I don't
just they
know.
had their own private. I mean, sure it was a Monday, but I've been to Disneyland on a Monday, and it's still
packed.
pretty. There's a lot of people there, especially during the holidays right now, to see those Christmas lights and stuff. So
So I
Damn.
love that.
that's when you know you've made it. Plus, it probably helps that she has an ABC show.
It probably helps that her character on the show is
A little bit crazy. They're scared of what she'll do.
right.
It kind of sounds like they were filming something then.
Oh,
Maybe.
Like maybe they were filming something. If she was the only one on the ride,
predictions.
Although I did used to work at Disneyland, people do that.
really?
Yeah. Celebrities, like if they need to, they don't wait in line
Yeah,
because
like
it's a safety
whenever
issue.
I go to Disneyland, they shut down just so I can get
Right.
on the line and stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
Eye roll.
They just know you're wealthy by wearing that shirt.
money, money, more
Jason
money,
with
more
his
problems.
dollar signs sweater on tonight.
I was saying he looks like Macklemore.
I know who that is now too.
Now he knows.
Totally
Only
totally
got
looked just like him from that
$20
video.
Do we have any more?
That's all I've
Do you
got.
have any more? I got a little bit. Whoa.
AfterBuzz TV News.
We love you, Martin.
Explosion. Thanks, Martin. Fans can vote right now at TV Fanatics right now to vote for Apartment 23 as the best new show of 2012. So
Wow.
I
if you
voted.
love the show and you want to help it stay alive, go to tvfanatics.com and make your vote. They're up against like
Nashville.
Scandal, Nashville. They're up against some big shows, but
They were in.
They
I
can
think,
do it.
I think
Yeah,
they were
they
in
can do
third
it.
place when I checked.
Yeah.
So they're
We can
doing
do
pretty
this.
good. We're all in this together.
Come on,
Do
guys,
this,
help them
bitches.
out.
That's what we're gonna call people who are fans of the shows from now on.
Bitches.
Bitches.
Like that.
It's with the Z. I don't know
Okay.
if you're catching that. Bitches.
No, I caught it when you
Okay.
went the zzz.
Okay. All right. All right. Now let's move into some predictions.
I can agree with that.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV
Predictions. These are some AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Yes.
Brought to
okay.
you by NPR.
I was waiting for another Chinese food joke there.
I know.
What are
Brought to you
talking
by lo mein.
No, I don't.
Right.
I don't spice my comments with MSG.
Oh my god.
You finally got an applause.
I know.
And a thumbs
Martin's giving you a
up.
thumbs up. Yay.
I'm honestly
That's
surprised
good.
I'm still sitting here without somebody like coming in and grabbing me, having the hook come out and like pull me
I've
off.
been waiting for the hook, like it's the Apollo stage or something. Predictions. What do we got? Anika, you want to start?
Sure, I'll start. I think she's gonna start her new job, obviously, and then Mark's gonna like feel like she's moving up and he's still at the coffee shop, and so he's gonna be kind of nervous about telling her how he feels because he feels like she's doing better. But he's gonna tell her. I think he's gonna tell her, and she's gonna be like in a flurry of a mess because she's starting this new job and she's not gonna like understand what he said, and then we lose the moment and on to another episode of him having to confess. And I'm predicting that James Vanderbeek will be in here next time with us.
Wait. Oh yeah.
Anika's obsession.
The prediction of our show. I'm just predicting he'll be in our studio for an interview.
And shirtless if Jason has anything to say about it.
That's a rule here at AfterBuzz. Sit on the couch and take your top off. Anyways, my prediction.
Is that what you tell the ladies?
All of them. Only when I'm interviewing Tiona for a job.
My God.
It's time for your physical.
Oh my God.
So I predict.
Do you want
that,
dine-in or takeout?
Of course. I predict that Chloe, after she kind of went on that bender where she was really sad that she's done all the party things, I think it's going to tell the future a little bit that she's going to look for love now. And I think that guy, we've talked about this a little bit, but the guy that she dated on the love
the
episode,
Halloween
that was
episode.
the Halloween episode is going to come back.
Hopefully.
And they'll fall
was-
in love.
That was a pretty funny chemistry they had. Are you done?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay.
Can I get the bill, please?
That was an ugly laugh.
I know.
Don't make me not tip.
Oh my God.
Sanitation grades around a B with those comments. Oh, I wouldn't trust
Don't
the
trust
B
them. I know, I was
in
gonna
China
say.
Walk 3. Okay. So we just saw.
I just want to, like, I'm done. Like, I don't know.
We saw James write his script. I want to see his script get picked up and then cast somebody else as the role of James Vanderbeek in the script.
I love that. That's so good.
That would be great.
And then he has to like work with the guy who's playing him. That's my
I love
prediction.
That's beautiful.
I love it.
We're not doing a show next week.
No,
No, not till the
No.
new year.
Christmas.
January 8th.
January
is when we come
8th
back.
is when we come back. So between now and then, remember, double our ratings and comments, and you
Yes.
will see some skin.
Yes.
I
Sean
promise.
Skin.
I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Dude, this guy's going to unwrap like a crab rangoon. You're going to get to see his cream cheese.
Oh my
I'm
God.
gonna start working out over Christmas.
And you're back to bad
Okay,
status.
I'm just not going to talk anymore.
You should
You're
have ended on the high note.
Go, predictions, Tiona.
Prediction. I'm just gonna piggyback off of everyone else's predictions and say that yes, I want to see Chloe and Mark. I say that every prediction. Yes,
June and Mark.
June and Mark. I want to see Chloe and that other guy whose name I can't remember. And I would love to see James's script kind of
Yeah, turn into something.
and have.
Those are really original predictions, Tiona.
I know, and it's kind of like yours every week, Jason.
Hey, it's better than. It's really hard. I don't think I have predictions this week.
Yeah.
I really can't stand
At
that.
least I'm not that girl.
Yeah.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet.
Just shake your bells.
But I think it would be fun to have, like maybe Dean Cain come back and get cast as James
Oh,
Vanderbeek.
That would be amazing.
Just kind of like have
So,
even
like-
more of that kind of sparring going on left over from Dancing with the Stars.
That
which
would be
really better.
amazing.
Yeah. So
Don't
There you go.
forget.
You
I just
earned your
took-
prediction
just
back.
took my prediction to the next level.
Wait, you
just took my
forgot.
steamed rice and fried it.
What I
Okay.
forget?
You forgot that he's gonna be here next time that we do the show.
And she
James
just threw some egg in that
Vanderbeek.
shit. Oh my god.
It's gonna be. You have to like piggyback off that one too.
Okay. I
Because the more
also-
people that believe, it'll happen.
like
No.
Tinkerbell.
Yes.
All right. So until January 8th, if you want to keep talking to us because you're just as crazy as we are, you can follow us all on Twitter. You can find me at TweetT22, TWEETEE22.
You can find me at your nearest neighborhood Chinese establishment. Or at Stephen Lemieux on Twitter.
I didn't know where that was going for a second.
You can find me fully clothed on Twitter at Ikeler, Jikeler.
I thought your Twitter was I'd touch that. At I'd touch that.
That's true. Too.
Hashtag desperate.
You can find me at Anika Michelle, _MICHELLE.
All right, guys. Until January 8th, have a happy holiday, whatever
Safe
your
New
plans
Year.
may be. Safe New Year. We'll see you in 2013.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.